What is up, Cahir Club? And welcome back to another CahirLIVE live stream. How goes it? I hope everybody's had a great weekend. Hello, Brugger. How goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. Hello, Felix. How goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. But yeah, today we have a special hunt going on. Of course, last week we finally got it. Our golden goose, shiny fucking Regice. Wait, are you still not allowed to say the F word, like, after, like, a minute of... You know what? It doesn't matter. But we got Regice. We got it. We got the Regice. We've been hunting for that for 7 months, and we got it. I will never be happier than when I was, and that was a really good reaction as well. I don't think I got that many views. I can't actually remember. But yeah, today, however, we've got a new hunt in store. A brand new hunt. I just realised I've not muted the volume of the thing that we're hunting on, so I'm going to do that quickly. A really good hunt. But I don't think that I should explain it now. I think I should get into the hunt and then start explaining it. Rob, hello, how goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. But yeah, things are good here. Just about to hop into it. That's the wrong screen, Cahir. I'm very used to doing single screen stuff recently. We haven't done a double screened game since Ultra or Rain. Did I do Ranger after? Random question, is the Gift Zoro and Black and White 2 nature locked? I think N's Pokemon are nature locked, yes. Give me like a week or so, and I'll come back to you on that with a solid answer, because Chugga Conroy will be giving us a firm answer. Because he's actually doing a Let's Play of Black and White 2, and that man does brilliant Let's Plays. Anyway, let me just set some things up, and then... Okay, had another medical procedure, so just doing absolutely nothing all day. Ah, understandable. I hope you have a good nothing all day. You wish Headache is the name of the game... you wish Headache is the name of the game today. Oh, but it's, too bad she didn't get to play any Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, that is a shame. Imagine not being able to play Tears of the Kingdom. Anyway, hunt time. I want to explain what's up with this. So, fun fact with Cahir. There are 2 games in the Pokemon franchise. Wait, no, we need more backstory. Let me retry this. Whenever you start a brand new Pokemon game, the professor greets you and welcomes you to the world of Pokemon. During this, they introduce new players to what a Pokemon is, and to do that, they send out one of their Pokemon. There are 2 games in the franchise in which this Pokemon isn't shiny locked. 2. Black and White and Black and White 2. Today, I am shiny hunting for Professor Juniper's Minccino. And that's going to be the hunt that we'll be doing on these weeks, is for a shiny I cannot catch. She actually gets into it quite quick, I see. I'm pretty sure I can just do this. Why? I want it. Simple as. I was thinking about this. I've been thinking about this for a while. Shinies. Why do I hunt them? Why do I hunt a shiny, you know? And it's not really to have the shiny. That's never the reason. It's to get the shiny, you know? It's to see the shiny appear on my screen. Having the shiny physically is nice, because it means that I have, like, a memory of the hunt. But I stream myself hunting. So... like, I'm gonna have that record of this hunt. As long as, like, the internet survives. So for the next, like, 3.5 years. Yeah. And, like, it's a weird shiny. I bet the amount of people who've got this shiny is a very low amount. And I bet the amount of people who got this shiny deliberately is even lower. And I want to be part of that lucky few. I've got more insane hunts planned, don't worry. But yeah, this'll be the hunt. For the day. For the day? Not for the day. This is going to be longer than a day. This hunt is going to take a while, I'm sure. The counter! I forgot the counter! Shit! Shit! £6.90 from Anonymous? Thank you! That is very kind. Sorry that it's at this point that... okay, that is... yeah, that's that. Yeah, thank you! Thank you for the donation. That is extremely kind of you. Calculator. What are we on? How many resets? Has anybody been counting? Yeah, thank you so much for that. That's really kind. Another 10th of the way to the Zelda game. 2. Okay. I feel like it's been a little bit more than 2, but I'll just go 2 plus 1 because that's 3. Okay. Oh my bad. Tis the Kingdom fun, lol. Oh yeah, no worries. I'm always like concerned to like acknowledge who like did the donating, in case like you did do it deliberately, anonymously, deliberately for once. But thank you. I know I am hoping for it for my birthday, honestly, but if I manage to come across another 30 quid. Yeah, I think the issue is PayPal does take a cut of any donation. So when you donate to me, when anybody donates to me, I won't be getting quite the total that is donated. So I think at the moment I have, I'm not going to talk about my funds, actually. That might not be a smart idea. Anyway. Oh, really? Boo. Quite, yeah, no, it is lame. Honestly, I feel, worse for people who, like, actually rely on it for their income. Like, I can deal with it. But when, like, an artist is, doing, like, a 300 quid commission or something, like, that's, like, a lot bigger of a cut that is taken out. Which isn't good, I don't think. But yeah. But thank you all the same. I don't know, honestly, if that doesn't go to Tears of the Kingdom, it might go towards a Hornby train set. I'm not sure if I mentioned this on stream. I've been getting a hankering to get a Hornby train set. I have a bunch of Hornby trains, but, like, I had a Hornby train set before, actually. Yeah, I had a Hornby train set before, actually. like a big one in another room. But I just kind of didn't really play with it. So eventually we took it down, and then a specific gaming console came out in 2016, and I was like, oh, well, I really want this, and I was like, okay, I'll buy the trains off of you, and, like, give you a bunch of money for it, so you can put that towards the Nintendo Switch. So, I got a Switch, but, now I'm thinking, man, I really want a Hornby train set. Inspired by the Minecraft Create mod. Oh, nice. You think you had a Thomas the Dank Engine one once? Yeah, no, there are a lot of those. But I guess that's the cool thing with it. But yeah, I've got a number of trains. One of them being the Tornado, which is like a steam locomotive made, I think it was finished around like 2009, 2010. So it's like one of the most like modern steam locomotives. And it was in Paddington too, actually. Which is pretty cool. Alright. I'm now realizing I didn't really need to go the double screen with this, but I did, so I wonder if there's a way I could set up like a thing that'll increment it. I remember seeing that once, as in like in real life, like going to see it. I think you were like 7 or so. The Tornado? I mean, the Tornado was finished in, like... When was the Tornado finished? Tornado train. 21st century steam locomotive. Completed in 2008. So yeah, it was finished in 2008. So I guess my question is... Are you sure you're not thinking of the Flying Scotsman? Because, I don't think that we were 7 at the same time. Unless you've been near a black hole at some point. And if that's the case, fair enough. I forgot to reset. Maybe that. You remember it was green? Yeah, the Flying Scotsman is a very famous green locomotive. And I've seen that one. I've not seen Tornado physically, but I've seen the Flying Scotsman. Because I was sitting at a train station one day, after work, just about to go home, and it just whizzed past, and I was like, wait, what? Cool. Why not, actually? So that was rather cool. And then the other train I saw at that train station was Dick Mabot. I'm not sure if everyone's seen the iconic video where that guy sees his favorite train, Dick Mabot, and runs over to it all excited, and he's got like this 360-degree camera that he wears on his head, and it frames his face in a very interesting way. That being nose first. It's like those pictures of cats sniffing cameras. That guy was really famous. He was. He got very famous from that, didn't he? Like, I feel like it must have been set up. But he met Prince William? I think the guy who's, like, currently in line to the throne. Like, I saw a video of him, like, meeting him on, like, the London Underground. And, like, I have a hunch that in normal events, the Prince of England and his wife wouldn't be on the tube. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. So yeah, he is very famous. It was a shame I liked him. Then it got exposed he used to be a roadman or something. So everyone was like, oh, he's so fake. What? Like... He had that anime supervillain camera pan. Especially after the he's so fake comment. I don't know, like... I feel like he could have a genuine interest in trains. And, you know, play it up for the camera. Because people on the internet like enthusiasm. I don't know, like, I always had, like, a hunch that maybe he was playing it up for the camera. But, like, I don't think that would necessarily invalidate any kind of joy he might find in trains. But I don't know, that's why I don't think you should invest that much in internet personalities. Like, yeah, they might just be playing it up for the camera. Maybe their voice is actually just really deep. And maybe instead of being a quite skinny tiger guy, they're actually like really muscular and handsome and cool in real life. Maybe. Just throwing that out there. Alright. Yeah, I wonder if next stream I might just do it as a one-screen thing. Because we don't need both. I hate to say it, both screens are not needed for this. But yeah, at the least, that guy did bring more attention to trains, and I appreciate that much. Because trains are pretty cool. Hot take, trains are pretty neat. Alright, like, I think, like, now trains are very easily accessible. I guess they have been for a while. I don't know why I'm acting like this is a new thing. But then you can't see the restaurant going, eh. Wait, I gotta... Hurry up, Juniper. God, imagine if I got shiny there as I was about to do a bit. That would have been terrible. You gotta get the restaurant going. Hurry up. Eh. But that sound's gonna play in my house? Yeah, it's gonna play in my house. It's gonna play in my head every time I see Reshiram now. Every time I see it open its mouth in my head, I'm just gonna go, eh. Right. This hunt's going actually quite quick. I think that, like, the shock there is more just the fact that for a long time I have been resetting in Scarlet and Violet and BDSP, and I don't even hate to say it. I was gonna say I hate to say it, but I don't. I'm fine saying it. Those games are slow as hell. Like, this game is actually pretty fast in comparison. Which is surprising, because we have to get through, like, 3 lines of text to see the shiny. Although I guess normally it's like a battle. Yeah, but when you're on the 903 set, that is gonna weigh heavily on your mind. I mean, maybe. Or maybe it'll bring a smile to my face, so I just remember it going, Alright. But yeah, I tried something new with the short today, I felt like. It's a clip of Finn dying. Not our beloved moderator, the Eevee in the Nuzlocke. But I tried to put the, like, gameplay up top and, like, my face down below. Because, like, a lot of, like, vertical content of games do kind of go like that. Like, a lot of streamer clips I find kind of go with that kind of style. I decided I wanted to go with a more edited style, because I kind of like it being more edited. But I felt like my face and the video were very important for that one, because of the point where I go, like, when Finn gets KO'd. You liked it, hell yeah. Yeah, I think I might do that when there's, like, important stuff going on screen and on my face. Although my face is always important. It was pretty good, you chuckled again. It was a bad death. Because, like, just the realization before, and then I just have to watch the health bar drop as I'm like, 1 health, maybe? And no, I just lost the Eevee, the only Eevee you get in the game. I'm pretty sure, at least. I don't think you get another Eevee. Although I don't think that's the worst thing I've done. I just got hit with a realization, a memory. I think I didn't catch the red Gyarados in Heart Gold Soul Silver the first time round. I think I fumbled it. I don't think I caught it. Can breed it, but no, yeah, no more Eevee. Yeah, exactly. If I release the only Eevee that I get, which I did do, because it died, no more. I just like how there are like 2 phases to the Black and White intro. Well, like, there's the first bit with N walking down, like, the path. And then there's, like, the second bit, it's like, hopes, dreams, your imagination, adventure awaits, woo! Your Nido Queen Mum, hello, how goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. I'm doing pretty solid over here, thanks. We are shiny hunting Minccino today. Not our Minccino, mind you, Juniper's. Nah, okay. I say nah, like it was going to be on the 37th encounter. Like we were going to get the shiny on encounter 37. I think the quickest... I think the quickest full odds hunt I've done is Dialga, where I got it in, like, I think it was about 2k. But every other full odds hunt I've done, pre-6 full odds hunt I've done, have been well over odds, I think. Pokemon morals are just opinions. You're right, I should just steal it from her. Why let her keep it when I could have it instead? I'll snatch the ball out of her hand and run. leg it. We'll have to see once we get it. One day. If it's shiny in the catching tutorial as well. Like, because I guess that shows if it's, like, the same Minccino or not, you know? Does that make sense? Right. Remember looking at, the person's 3DS you bought, which had Crystal on it, and she had saved just after killing Suicune, and you were like, scum. Oh. Oh, you're being weird. Okay. Anyway. Back on with normal things. Like hunting for a shiny I can't catch. The epitome of normal. Very, very regular acts. Right. But yeah, that is mean. We're not having this debate. I'm not conversing with you on this. If you want to have like a regular just time in stream, I'm gonna give you that chance. But if you've decided that you're going to be weird, then I'm just gonna ban you. Alright. But yeah, that is very mean. I forgot that, what was it called? Well, I didn't, like, forget. It was, like, in my mind. But, how, of course, you can't get... What was it called? Pokemon again. In, like, Crystal. They faint and they're just gone. Or I'm guessing that is what you meant. I'm not wrong on that, right? I feel like that is the case, right? I mean, I guess Rob would be the more knowledgeable one on that front. Right, I'm gonna take a drink quickly. You guys make sure you're all staying hydrated. Right. Trying to remember if I got any interesting save. I don't think I've ever got any interesting save files myself. But I haven't really got that many games secondhand either, so... Alright. You're hunting in Lumion Legacy? Understandable, best of luck. Right. Need to kick my brain. I need to kick my brain back into gear. I've given you the warning. I'm not having a debate with you on this. I need to get my brain into gear. Need to wind it up. Need to activate my neurons. Alright. Wait, no, how was it? Yeah. So like obviously it's every hamster to run on the wheels, exactly. Every hamster at their stations. We need to be firing at full capacity. Is it a hamster? Or is it just a bunch of little me's? I'd like to think it's just a bunch of really small versions of myself. Running around up there. All pedaling like little bikes hooked up to generators. Frantically trying to, like, clock brain function up from single digits to, like, anything over 20. But yeah, as I was saying, like, a big part of... a lot of people's lives at this point is browsing memes. I'm sure that, like, a lot of people here probably have, like, an unreasonable percentage of, like, the past year or so spent looking at memes. In the grand scheme of things. I'm not a lot, like, I know I'm certainly in that category. As sad as it is. But the thing that irritates me is advertisements. Because, like, especially with, like, video content, a lot of videos take a bit to get to the punchline, you know? A lot of videos don't arrive at the joke immediately. They have to, like, whir up to it. So it just looks like it's a normal video at first. And you're just sitting there waiting for the punchline. Advertisements probably inadvertently do a good job at preying upon that. On, like, my expectation of subversion. Because, like, sometimes I'll just, like, sit through an entire advert for, like, some random shit. And then it's only, like, once it's over that I'll just sit there staring at the screen like, wait a minute. That was just an advertisement. I just watched an advertisement. That was no joke. I just got advertised to. I don't know if that's... that part specifically is that relatable, but it irritates me. So today you got hit with a car and basketball on your head and a soccer ball on your balls. You see, if you just said one of those things, I'd be inclined to believe you. But I'm trying to figure out if you're just joking or not. If you're not, I hope you're right. If you are, huh? You're not. Bloody hell, that is quite the day. That is quite the day. I hope you're alright. May I suggest sitting inside tomorrow? As to avoid random objects of varying sizes colliding with you. You have school tomorrow. Just don't go outside. Worst case scenario, get a cardboard box, a big cardboard box, and, like, crawl into areas with that. Because then you're technically still inside, and I can't see anything going wrong by doing that. You definitely won't have more accidents if under a box. That won't happen. That won't happen at all. Solid Snake never runs into anything, so clearly you wouldn't either. And we are. We are. What's it called? Someone said in the chat, where are the raids? As in, I missed a message? Or... At some point, I'm gonna, like, name the player. And just start playing. At some point. Illumian Legacy, oh. But yeah, at some point I'm gonna, like... just start playing Pokemon Black version. Just subconsciously. Just going into it. And it's gonna, like, take me a bit and I'll be like, wait a minute. Wait a minute, you know? Will be funny, I'm sure. Alright. I feel like oh right, yeah. So I might not be able to play Zelda, but you know what I am able to play? That's right, Zelda. So I've been playing A Link Between Worlds. It's one of the 2 Zelda games I own but haven't beaten, actually. I was gonna say the only Zelda game I own and haven't beaten, but that is untrue, actually. I also have Twilight Princess. But I'm still playing A Link Between Worlds. And it's fun. I'm enjoying it. I like, yeah, the good old... Oh, I'm trying to, like, figure out what the name of the type of Zelda is called. It's like the original Zeldas, you know? Like, the first few, which kind of had, like, the areas that kind of, like, separate zones. So it's kind of, like, almost open world-ish. Except for the fact it's not, like, quite, you know? You know what I mean? Alright, you missed it last time. The next series is continuing PokeMMO, right? It is indeed continuing PokeMMO. Which will be very fun. We'll be doing Kanto. So I'd recommend, if anybody does want to catch up, not doing that one. Because we've done all the others, unless Johto's already out. Like the NES? Exactly, like the first few Zeldas. The start of The Link Between Worlds is in. Yes, it's a very fun, like, style of game. And it's nice, like, it makes it satisfying to collect all, like, the items. Or, like, the different tools to use to traverse the world. With, like, that renting system. Yeah. But I've been enjoying myself. Also, like, the main mechanic, like, merging into walls is a fun one as well. I find myself missing, like, the solutions to puzzles, because the solution is in some way linked to merging into a wall. Linked. But I forgot how quick you get the Master Sword in that game. You really like Link Between Worlds, but you tried playing through a second time after the first 100% run and didn't enjoy it as much. That's fair. I don't know, sometimes it do end up kind of being like that. Was it like after a while of not playing, or was it not too long after you'd like 100%ed it that you hopped back in? Alright. Because the Days End, like... tastes obviously changed. And then also, like... especially, like, puzzle-based games, if you've already been through them once, to go through them a second time... yeah, after a while. But don't forget to upgrade your Master Sword. I will not. I did remember that as a mechanic. Because, I remember one of the dungeons... like, I got the game soon after it came out. I think the Christmas after it came out. Because I decided, like, I wanted to, like, you know, expand my... what's it called? Expand the amount of games I played. Because, like, especially when I was younger, I played Pokemon and Minecraft and that's it. And I mean, nowadays I'm not much better, but, like, I'm a bit better, you know? But... what was it called? But I asked for Link Between Worlds, and I got through the first part, got the Master Sword, but it was, like, one of the first dungeons in Low Rule I just couldn't beat for whatever reason. I think it was the boss. It's the boss that detaches its head and starts spewing fire. That's the one I couldn't beat. And I remember having to do the dungeon over and over and over again, and having to collect the Master Sword shard each time. But yeah, hopefully I can do a better job next time, huh? Well, this time, I guess. I don't know, I feel like that's the thing I find with games, is like, when I was younger, I'd always get stuck on just random parts. But then when I get older, I just get through them and I'm like, wow. That really wasn't that hard. You know? You're trying to think now, what is the worst Zelda? I mean, is it the worst Zelda, or is it just like one of the cases where, like, all of them are good, but one of them's slightly worse than the rest? I feel like the DS games don't get talked about as much. Yeah. Like, I feel like they're not as often brought up in conversation. You've never played a Zelda game? That's understandable. I'd quite highly recommend, Breath of the Wild, and then probably Tears of the Kingdom by the looks of it. But, I'm continuing to play the game. Yeah, no, those are... Breath of the Wild, as I've already said, is probably my favourite game of all time. Which is why I'm kind of disappointed that I couldn't play Tears of the Kingdom on launch. But I guess it is what it is. Can't pull the money out your ass, can you? And, like, I don't know, like, especially at the time, I was more looking forward to Engage when that was coming out than Tears of the Kingdom. My hype for Tears of the Kingdom only ramped up recently, because I did a Breath of the Wild playthrough in August, and I was like, yeah, this game slaps. But then I was thinking, what's different with Totuk? I quite like Phantom Hourglass, although the controls were a bit jank. That's fair. I remember I watched Chugga Conroy's playthrough of Phantom Hourglass, which looked very, very enjoyable. Never finished Spirit Tracks. That's understandable. Guess not. Including Triforce Heroes. That was garbage. Was it? I've not played it myself, but, gameplay looked pretty fun. Of, like, multiplayer Zelda, you know? Honestly, that was one of the things I was really expecting to be in Tears of the Kingdom, was multiplayer. especially with how they, like, ended up taking down a bunch of, multiplayer Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild videos. I was kind of expecting them to turn around and be like, multiplayer's in this one. But it makes sense that it's not. Like, it's in Pokemon, because Pokemon's a very, like, multiplayer-oriented game. Like, kind of ethos of Pokemon is play with your friends. But, not so much with Zelda, but it would have been a cool thing to have around. Yeah, if you have friends. But I mean, they made it work with Four Swords Adventures. Oh, right, there is another one, isn't there? I was trying to figure out if you're talking about Pokemon or Legend of Zelda, honestly. But yeah, that's a fair point. Because especially since it was getting towards the end of the 3DS's lifespan when it came out, wasn't it? Was it? I feel like it was. I feel like the Switch was on the horizon at that point. Easy Triforce Heroes. Whoa. 2015. Okay, so about a year and a half. But Triforce Heroes was real crap in that multiplayer. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I don't know. I saw a few playthroughs of it with, like, people playing together, and they seemed to be having fun, and I was having fun watching, so I guess I never really considered that it might not be that fun of a game. Like, and that maybe it was just the fact that you could play it with other people that kind of heightened it. Because it gives you people to laugh at it along with, you know? Alright. Oh, 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 oh. Good old Pokemon Black and White music for our Black and White Shiny Hunt. But yeah, it'd be cool to see another multiplayer Zelda game, especially if they did it like Breath of the Wild. Though honestly, it'd be nice to see like a proper multiplayer Pokemon game that had better graphics. Or maybe a multiplayer Pokemon game that has Gen 4 graphics. Maybe that would be that would be pretty cool, I think. Who knows? Maybe, if only there was one, you know? If only I had a command that linked you directly to one that we'd be playing very soon. That's maybe a Pokemon MMO that we'd be playing after the Crystal Nuzlocke, which would be very cool to join me with. Who knows? Aimwise, hello, how goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. National Dex BH's madness? BH? This intro reminds you of Hollow Knight. For Black and White? I mean, I've not played Hollow Knight, so I can't really comment on that. Might need a hand getting a new Rainer if someone can help you. I can help you in a bit. Obviously, like, not during stream. I can give you a hand if you need it. Balanced Hackmons. Ah, okay, understandable. But yeah, I'm not sure if you heard Aimwise, but we are doing PokeMMO next. After the Crystal Nuzlocke. Which we're still about halfway through. But, yeah. Would highly recommend joining me for it, because I will be battling people. Alright. So we can do it some other time. Need to grab a few scythers and a metal coat. Ah, understandable. Alright. I'm going to take a drink quickly. Alright. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun hopping back into it. Alright. Nope. No shinies today. Boo. Boo. Alright. You could also do this, but you have a small thing being called emotionally weak. So not really for you. That's understandable. I understand, like, a lot of people aren't going to be interested in, this kind of thing, because, what's it called? Brains. There's no, like, you don't get anything from it. All you get is, like, seeing it once, and then you never see it again. You're gonna go and learn the VH meta. Understandable, best of luck. But yeah, Rabbit Thor, by the way. I'm telling a lot of people about this just because I'm excited for it. But we're gonna be doing PokeMMO next. Which is, yeah, exactly what it says on the tin. It's a Pokemon MMO. Which will be very fun to do. But of course, since it's an MMO, you guys can join me with it. How on earth are you hunting for something so useful? This could get a lot of views. I'm not going to rely on it, though. I'm doing it more because I want to, than like the idea that it might get me views. Yeah, I'm not. I want to do it because it just seems like a fun hunt to do. I feel like getting into a hunt, specifically to try to get views, is a good way to waste a lot of time and get nothing out of it. When does it start? After Crystal, yes. After we've beaten Red in Crystal, or after we lose. If I lose the Crystal Nuzlocke, yeah, if we lose the Crystal Nuzlocke, we'll just be jumping straight into it. You totally know what MMO is, and definitely am not asking what the hell it is. An MMO is massive multiplayer online. So, like RuneScape, or World of Warcraft. And it basically means, like, everybody else playing the game. I guess Club Penguin also. Everyone else playing the game is, like, visible on screen at any time. Or everybody in the server you're in, at least. Or Roblox? I'm not sure how much Roblox counts. I'd say Roblox more falls into the Minecraft side of multiplayer. But I don't know much about Roblox, so... Alright. Hi there, why are you shiny hunting a menu Pokemon? Because I want to. Think about how many people have seen this shiny on their own game with their own 2 eyes. I bet it's less than 1,000. I'd be willing to bet money on it being less than 1,000. Less willingly doing it. And... I mean, if I shiny hunted an actual Minccino and, like, Sword and Shield, I wouldn't be using it anyway. It would never find a place on my team. So... Prediction is that it'll be after 5,679 resets. I hope not, but as I was saying earlier, I've not done a pre-XY full odds hunt that hasn't gone... I've only done one pre-XY odds full odds hunt that hasn't gone over odds. Too many people have seen it. One would be too much. That is probably a murder or something. Look. while it's probably an unintended game mechanic, it means people like me can look for it anyway, and that is fun. But all the same, I hope your week's been going well so far. Welcome to the stream. Alright. No, your Corviknight just died in your Shield Nuzlocke? To beat Hatterene? Oh, that sucks. That is not fun at all. You've never caught a shiny in any game other than Legends. Shinies you found were Psyduck and Kricketot. Those are some pretty good shinies though. Because you get the whoop. And Psyduck's just a nice shiny. I'm not so sure about Golduck. But Legends is a good game for shinies though. Which is surprising. No, which. So it's surprising considering that I've never. No, brain stopped working. Which is surprising since I've not really done much Legends hunting. I don't think I've done a Legends hunt since like a week after the game came out. I got 2 shinies in the game, I think. I think it was 2? Was it more than 2? I can't remember. I got a shiny Turtwig and a shiny Ghastly during the main playthrough. But other than that, they're the worst shinies. I don't actually remember their shinies, I'm going to be honest. But all the same, you do get the shiny Sparkle and the Deli Deli Whoop. So I feel like that's got to be at least worth something, right? If you had a shiny for every time you liked a character named, literally the letter N, you'd have 2 shinies, which isn't a lot, but it's weird it happened twice. Is there a character named N in Hollow Knight? Turtwig has a good shiny. Turtwig does. It's got like a nice little lime colour. Been spending months shiny hunting for Baneri and Salazzle and Platinum and Ultra Moon. Back then, never got any. Oh, that is rough. At least you didn't get the male Salander. I think that's one of the worst. Although, wait, no, Baneri isn't available in Legends, but Salander is available in Scarvi if you have Scarvi. No, no to the lime color of Turtwig, shiny Turtwig. But yeah, Scarlet Violet shiny hunting is probably the easiest because you just eat a sandwich and sit down for half an hour, and odds are you find something. There was a squirrel at your school today, and all the guys were intrigued, and the women couldn't care less. You know, guys are dumb. We're always entertained by small animal. Oh, a pigeon. I'm surprised. Squirrels are cool. I'd look at a squirrel. Kind of sucks about red squirrels in the UK. They're cool. I like their little ears, but no. The grey squirrels have to be invasive and whatnot. Despicable. You'll be using the cute charm trick to not get any male ones. I mean, still though, that doesn't eliminate the chance. It makes it a 50-50, right? 50-50, maybe a bit better odds, but it definitely, like, doesn't eliminate all chance. You're not that dummy. Like, not using strength on Destiny Von Gengar. Look. I've had brighter moments. And isn't from Hollow Knight, understandable. First hundo, indeed, indeed. We might get a few hundo in this stream, which would be nice. They still exist on the Isle of Wight, hell yes. But it's like finding a shiny, yeah. Red squirrels are, like, shiny Pokemon in real life. If shiny Pokemon were the original Pokemon in some areas, actually, and then the non-shiny Pokemon were brought in, and just outcompeted the regular Pokemon, and if you have Cute Charm, you only get opposite gender Pokemon, I think. I think it's just very heavily weighted towards the opposite gender of the Pokemon in the lead. I don't think it's guaranteed. I think it might be... It either heavily buffs the odds, or just makes it a flat 75-25, but you can definitely get... What was it called? You can definitely, like, find opposite gender Pokemon with it. The save file will be erased due to corruption or damage. What save file? What save file? What? Concerning. Anyway, Murder Drone's End. Ah, okay. You've never seen a squirrel in your life. Wild squirrel map. I didn't even realize. Wait a minute. Squirrels appear like nowhere. So much of the world just doesn't have squirrels. How have I never considered this before? I wasn't like trying to like dox you or anything, to be clear. I just thought, are squirrels less? Are there less squirrels in the world than I thought? You live in northern Italy. I don't know why, I just assumed they were like rats. I think we're gonna get that message every time, I'm gonna be real, guys. I have to see if I can like stop that. It's 66% chance. Ah, okay, makes sense. There are several rats. Only several, that's good. That's a lot less than normal. I get it. There was no save file. There was no save file to begin with. The save file doesn't exist. Several rats in your bed right now. As in pet rats, or...? Because pet rats are cool. If I didn't have the cat, I would want the rat. The save file was the friends we made along the way. Exactly. Honestly, exactly. Dude, exactly that. What are you gonna do when you get the shiny gerbil? Probably yell no way, knowing me. And, then start the next hunt. Skin him, maybe? I mean, with his color, he looks like he might already have been skinned. Sounds about right. I didn't realize I had, like, a phrase, you know? Like, you know, like, a lot of shiny hunters have, like, a thing they yell when they get the shiny? Like, I didn't really consider the fact that I might have one of those. But no, I just yell no way really loud. Dude, we're getting so much time loss with, we're getting so much time loss from the save file error message. That's abysmal. Alright. Edge your profile pic? Ah! You should yell, ah, fuck, I can't believe you've done this, like that one vine. I'm unsure how well I'll be able to, what's it called? Consider what I'm about to say before I get if I get a shiny. Because I tend to go on autopilot as my brain fires all cylinders. Especially when it's a rare one. Scarlet Violet, I could probably do that. But that's because that's Scarlet Violet. This is an actual hunt. Kids nowadays will never understand an actual hunt. All they know is eat sandwich, mass outbreak, get shiny. Brr. Alright. cunt of the gerbil, indeed. Alright. Right. You forgot the being bisexual part. Alright, I know I did. And the buying bisexual coffee. $7 bisexual coffee. That's the thing at the moment, isn't it? It's funny because that meme managed to like arise a few days after someone I know was making like not that exact point. But the whole people are so much more willing to like get ready takeaways, Deliveroos and whatnot than cook for themselves. And I was like, wow. It's almost as if they don't have time to. Anyway. Shiny. No. Say this in an old man voice. Kids these days just eat salty sandwiches, capture an entire civilization to get shinies. Back in my day, we got Parkinson's from mashing the reset button too hard. Oh no. Hell yeah, RSI gang. I keep on trying to call it RTS, and I don't know why. I keep on trying to call RSI RTS. Like, whenever I think of RSI, my mind initially goes to RTS. Like... I don't know why. I don't know why my mind does that. RTS is a radio station here. Yeah, if you repeat the same action over and over again, you will just constantly hear an Italian radio station in your head. It's kind of like tinnitus, but not like tinnitus, really. Your arthritis isn't that bad yet. Right. Now your tinnitus is very bad. Oh no. That is not good. Tinnitus does just not seem fun. I remember, I had a friend in secondary school, and he always had to listen to, like, music on max volume with his headphones, because he deafened himself so bad from doing that exact thing, that he could no longer hear music at any quieter volume. From headphones! If you're listening to this on full volume, I recommend turning it down. Just a little bit. Do not damage your ears. Your ears are important. I'll need them later. Alright. Falling in desperate, hopeless love with Juniper and her Minccino. I mean, she is kinda... like... Pokemon fans really be out there simping for rabbits and 10-year-olds when Juniper's in the game? What's up with that? It isn't. Had many sleepless nights trying to adjust your brain to block it out. Ooh, not fun at all. Alright. He was listening to Falling Metal Pipe SFX. I'm glad we've all acknowledged that the sound of a falling metal pipe is very satisfying. Our relation is forbidden by the reset gods. Right. It's like Groundhog Day, but instead of a town, I don't actually know where Groundhog Day is set, now that I think about it. But instead of there, it's in the Void. The Professor Void. 155 gonna be the shiny, calling it right now. I hope so. I would be a very big fan of that being the shiny. So I hope you're right. Alright. By the way, the original one was from Of All Things the Fairly Odd Movie, as in like the original metal sound falling sound effect. I feel like memes do a good job at just appearing in random places, honestly. If 155 is the shiny, you'll do some art on Twitter for me to enjoy. I mean, I was already invested, but now I'm more invested. I was already hoping that you'd be correct. But wait, let me remember the words. Not like lyrics, like all of the words. Does that count? Does that count as a... I don't think that counts. Imagine if, like, it did actually pop out for a frame. For, like, just a frame. And, like, looking back on it, it just was the shiny. That would be painful, but we'll never know. It's like Schrodinger's cat. If instead of it being, like, a 50% chance the cat was gonna die, it was like an 8,120-something% chance. Alright. Junie, please let me see my Minccino, it's my son too. Alright. Also, everyone is shiny to you. You have the light blue filter on since you're in bed. Ah, understandable. Mine's yellow. I didn't realize it came... the filter came in different colors. I thought it was just generally yellow. That one Minccino never got to see the light. It did not. It was erased from existence before it could try. Alright. Nope. Wait, I need to get a dice off the floor because it's a D4, and the cat's been through enough issues, I don't need her stepping on it. Alright. There we go. So, like, that was the Team Plasma castle. From the beginning of... not the beginning, from the end of the game. So is that just, like, always underground? What's up with that? It was hit by an Iveco truck, exactly. Just to remind you that Persimmon, Chimecho, Carbink, BTM, Maractus, Klefki, Stunfisk, and Barbarical exist. I do not need reminding of any of those. Now, Spewpart, on the other hand, that you need a reminder for. Anyway, you can't include Stunfisk on that list. Stepping on it. Please refrain from mentioning your kinks on stream. We're talking about my cat. We're talking about my cat stepping on a pointy dice. This is a conversation about my cat. And her paws. Please refrain. I guess so. It's an So it's an underground layer until it fucking rockets from the earth, seemingly. But watch. Give it a moment. There's a fence around it, right? So, like, did they build it somewhere else and then somehow move it along under the ground and then rocket it up? What's wrong with your girl Maractus? Exactly. Maractus is cool. I like Maractus. Cacturn is cool. And so's Cacnea. I cannot slate either. But Maractus is the superior cactus mon, I must say. At least in terms of design. I'm aware it's not that strong. Pause, please refrain from mentioning your furry kinks on stream, Cahir. There are kids watching. I'm talking about my cat! Maractus is cute, you would kiss. You know what? Some lessons are better off learned yourself. Klefki is pretty pog. Was using it in competitive for a time. Yeah, Klefki was like, the whole bit of Klefki was everyone was mad at it. Because everyone hated its design, but it was really good in competitive. And I found that hilarious. Alright. Like, I appreciate they started making Pokemon with, like, controversial designs. Yeah, they made, like, some Pokemon with, like... Honestly, they probably didn't even make Klefki with that in mind. But a Pokemon that, like, a lot of people don't like, that are just actually really good, so people have to use them. They have no choice. Some lessons are better off if you learn yourself, but what if it hurts so good, though? Pain? Please refrain from mentioning your kinks in chat, Alex. Prankster is just a good ability. It is, to be fair. All Pokemon with Prankster are cool as well. Oh, so you're the only one around. I'm talking about my cat! Leave her alone, she is sick. Getting close to 155, we are quite, aren't we? We'll probably hit it at some point. That's how numbers work. Sick is in dope and cool, or is in ill, though? Yes, all of the above. She is cool, she is also ill. A little bit poorly at the moment, she is. And also rather grumpy, because, grumpy and sleepy, because she has been at the vets for most of the day. Stop calling Missy a fetish, she won't say hi to us otherwise. Honestly, she's not been that vocal since we started giving her painkillers. What happened? Looks like there's some kind of kidney issue going on. Which isn't that great, because she's 6. But it looks like it might be an infection of some kind. So we're giving her antibiotics for it. So yeah, no, it wasn't a sore throat. Hope it gets solved soon, yeah, same. But, for now we have to keep tormenting her with various liquids. Veterinary liquids. And the hamper. That is the one time she is vocal. She does not like the hamper. I do not blame her. I also would not like to be shoved into a little box and put in a car. I think that would be rather unideal as a way of doing things. The what? The hamper. The cat hamper. Like the... A car is a little box if you think about it. You make a great point. You... Although, if you're in the car, does that count as being put in the car? Although, to be fair, Missy is a cat, she does not understand what a car is. Well, she probably does, to, like, a degree. Because she does like going outside. But especially in the confines of a hamper. Do you think she understands where she's going? Cats don't have object permanence, do they? That's not like a cat thing. You got to go, bye and good luck. Understandable, Brew Grey. Hope you get a great night's sleep. Buzzed. Alright. Sometimes I forget to put my phone on silent. My mind autocorrects hamper with hamster. No, I think the hamster would be going inside Missy rather than the other way around. I'm sure she would quite like to eat it. Cats understand object permanence. Oh, cool. I know. I remember that a lot of people joke about them not, because like they'll go out. Well, some people's cats will like go out the cat flap, and then like come back in because it's raining, and then they'll like go to the door and be like, "Hey, what if through this way it's not raining?" But then again, I guess Missy must have object permanence, because she'll often run downstairs after seeing something out the upstairs window. She likes to sit on the windowsill and just look out into the garden. The hamster is the shiny Minccino. If I could feed it to Missy, I would. Like, if you hide food in a place, they'll remember it if they see you do it. Oh, right, yeah, no, yeah. Wait, so does that rule out the idea that they might think that, like, a door... I'm on the wrong tab. I mean, I'm not. I got the DS. Well, that's easy as shit to explain. Some cats are dumb as shit, some are not. That is a good point. I remember one of my cats was kind of dumb, but she knew how to open the door. Well, she knew how to open one door. Only one door. Not multiple doors. Only one. which was the door of, like, where we kept them, in our old house. And when I say old house, I mean, like, I moved when I was, like, 9. So, quite an old house, but she seemed stupid other than that, though, which was funny. Cats also usually recognize their reflections. Yeah, that's a good trait for cats to have. Especially mine, because one whole wall of my room is mirrors. And if she did not think her reflection was herself, I'm sure this room would be not probably the place she's most comfortable in. Alright. I can't remember which door she could open, and the one she would just scratch at. Smart. But yeah, there aren't really many doors that Missy would have to open. So that's never really a trait she's had to learn. Especially yours, because she's pretty and she can admire. Indeed, although she is generally more focused on the outside of the music. Yeah, as I was saying, she likes looking outside. She does it upstairs, she does it downstairs. At the vets... Oh yeah, next encounter. This is 155. This one here, so drums are rolling. Drums are rolling. Was Alex's prediction right? Ah. Well, I guess it was like a 1 in 8,000 chance of being right. If, like, you were right there, I would have recommended you just immediately enter the lottery. Put all of your money on the nearest slot machine. Because that's good advice to give. Like, I'm just saying. You think about it. Think about it, yeah? You only stand to lose 100% of your money. But you could get back up to, like, 2,000% or more. Like, you gotta think, you gotta do the math, do the maths. Or just don't take my advice. That's also a pretty good way of handling things. My man, my last acquisition was a pair of black hot pants with tears in them. So if you were right, then luck would have been on your side. Lottery. Alright. I'm going to take another drink quickly. Yeah, everyone make sure you're staying hydrated as well. You should specify the Patterrz style choice. You shouldn't dye pants that were already ruined. I assumed that that was probably the case. I did doubt that, the purchase was of, not, I guess, unintentionally ruined pants. Alright. On the other hand, you had to get new stockings because the old ones are torn. And not in the pretty way. Oh no, that's not fun. You get it twisted! Gamble! Please start gambling! Gambling is an investment! An investment only! You will profit! You will win! You will do all of that 100%! You understand? Read that again! Read that again! Preach! I play Pokemon on stream, but off stream? Off stream? Genshin Impact. Honkai Star Rail, Fire Emblem Heroes, Arc Knights. What other gacha games are there? Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm buying Tears of the Kingdom exclusively for the gacha elements. When I play Pokemon, I only shiny on. That's right, for the gacha. I use a move 80% accurate, at most. When I wake up every morning, I play Russian roulette. I've only lost twice. My luck, impeccable. You need to spend £1 every 10 resets, exactly. Precisely. 15 quid already. Oh no, actually, maybe not. Gonna be broke. You play Russian roulette with Anina, because you never lose. I'm getting the I'm unsure by the 08 fuck, but I'm wondering if this is more of a monolingual issue. Alright. Giving myself RSI by waggling my hand around rather than resets. Oh, what issue? Monolingual. Like, I only know one language. Anina is a 9mm. Okay, so kind of, but in the sense that the language of guns. Because I don't understand guns. Oh yeah, UK here, no guns. I feel like... Do you have to explain the joke? I'm guessing 9mm is, like, too weak to, like, pierce skin. Like, you're not actually gonna blow your brains out with a gun like that. At least that's my assumption. And you're back. Welcome back, Rabbitthor. Alright. The 9mm are not revolvers and it always shoots. Ah. Oh no. So every round of roulette is a blow. Oh no. That is not the recommended way of playing Russian roulette, as far as I'm aware. As far as my understanding of Russian roulette goes. Alright. I use a magazine. Wait, but guns can't read? Right, you're gonna get to 200 resets and sleep, because it's like, understandable. If you are tired, do not feel obligated. Sleep is important. I recommend sleep. Cons can't read killed you. Did you like try to show it a sign that said don't shoot or something? I'll stop. There is going to be a day when I get to like the intro. I bet. As in like where it's like kind of zooming in on New Vermitown. That's gonna happen. 1 out of 1 Cahir would recommend sleep. Exactly. Sleep important. I make sure to sleep as much as possible. I wake up, I stream, I sleep. Simple as. And not even just during the winter, just all the time. I am so well rested that if I ever need to do something, I'm just fine. Just kidding. I'm always tired, actually. I'm sure one day I'll have slept enough and I'll be wide awake. One day will come soon. One day will come soon when I'll wake up and I'll be fully rested, right? I don't feel tired at all. I just gotta sleep more. Just five more minutes. Just 5 more minutes. Right? Sleep, important. Sleep, rest, indeed. Could not say it better myself. 1 like equals 1 sleep for Cahir brain, exactly. Do you have a day job that makes you wake up early? No. I'm unemployed. Wow, what a shocker on that one. The VTuber, unemployed. Who would have guessed? Yoshi Island. One sleep equals 1 shiny Minccino, exactly. Exactly that. But in like a random person's game. So I'll have to get a lot of sleeps for me to get it. Alright. Speaking of important things, I'm going to take a drink real quick. Would recommend hydration. Need to... I was gonna add more songs to the playlist prior to stream, but I just managed to forget. Every time you see the Discord notification, you're like, oh, you should join them, forget. That is fair. The Discord... It's easy to. Like, especially when it's, like, consistent. Which one would you recommend more, though? Sleep or hydration? Well, they're both important. But, wait, let me check something. Well, I'm gonna say hydration, because if you don't drink water, you'll die after a few days from dehydration. But if you don't sleep, you'll survive for a whole 11 days and 25 minutes. Exactly. On the 26th minute, you die. Exactly. Weirdly specific. Don't know how they've narrowed it down to the minute. But who am I to distrust Google? Why would I do that? When has the internet ever lied? Ever? Never, that's when. So it's all fine. Right, calling it again. If the shiny is at a number that ends with 5, you're going to do a drawing of my choice. If it's 255 or 256, bonus something. You don't know, funny program number. It is? Wait. No, yeah, that's... How many bits is that? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. 9? Yeah, 8. 8 bits. About. Someone had a pretty rough almost fortnight, it seems. Exactly, indeed. If I'm correct, that would be, the D&D creators, who did indeed test, the levels of exhaustion. And, of course, if you get too many exhaustion points, you die. So... let's get a salute. Let's get some 07s in chat for the brave person who tested exhaustion for Dungeons and Dragons. 8 bits of what? Computer. I mean, 250, yeah, 256 is 8 bits. Well, 255. 256 is 9 bits. Oh, my Discord notification. Oh, you meant you should click to join the Discord. I don't know why, but my brain thought you meant that you see the notifications of the live stream in my Discord. And I was like, wait, are you in the Discord? And then I got confused. But yeah, the Discord is cool. Would recommend joining. I do ping when I'm going live as well. Although I guess that could also be substituted with the bell icon. But, you can also react to live posts. Or super react. I found out recently that you can only super react twice if you've not got Discord Nitro. Only twice. Ever. I wasted one, because I thought leaping on back of a super react didn't use up your super react, just used up theirs. No, it uses up yours and you don't get the refund. You cannot take your super reactions back. That is not a thing. So yeah, competition for worst Discord feature. Will you get blocked and banned, eaten alive and skinned alive if you ask what number the shiny was on Discord tomorrow? You will not. No. Also, I probably won't get the shiny tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but the shiny isn't coming today, I don't think. If the shiny comes today, the holy shit. Oh, fuck. We got close that time. We got close, lads. We almost got to the intro cutscene. Why'd I have to think about it so long? Honestly, it was more me trying to process if you were trying... Bleh, brains. No, yeah. No, I wasn't processing the idea that, like, I wasn't thinking about whether or not you were getting banned. I was thinking about whether or not you meant if I got the shiny today. What do you mean not today? You said it was 255 or 256. That is a good point. You did do that. Yeah, I think we'll get there. Yeah, we got about an hour left to stream. Of course, I forgot. Yeah, you will not get banned. There are no numbers greater than that. We are playing Pokemon. That is a great point. Is that is very split end. Oh. I need to go to a hairdresser's. Okay, you will ask and then also send the drawing. I thought you were doing that if I got the shiny. Or are we just going on the correct assumption that I will definitely be getting the shiny at 255 or 256? Why did I make that sentence so long? Yeah, did you get it at 255, 256, possibly? Were you not listening? That is a great point. Okay, so... my brain just shut down, that's fine. Like, I was trying to process a thought, then I saw Rob's message, tried to read it and process the thought, and got a blue screen in my head. Imagine the game glitches out and gives you a Bidoof instead. Honestly, Rabbit Thor was suggesting views from this earlier. I was like, I'm not sure. But that would get me views. So what, we just don't get a Kyogre or Groudon, just Torchic and Combusken? Torchic? The 1 in 256 Bidoof glitch. 255 is Torchic. If we don't get more mons than that. Okay, I'm on the same page now. That is a funny joke, actually. Yeah, the Pokédex ends with Combusken. It's kind of weird. I was expecting them to have a water starter for that gen as well, but they just didn't. Which is fair enough, I guess. Cogbustin? No! He only looks vaguely like a penis. Don't slate my boy. I like that clip of Blaziken in the anime where it's like an eating competition and they serve like a bunch of Torchic-shaped pastries and it just stares dead at the pastries and then quits. Because it doesn't want to eat the Torchic pasties. Your boy Vague Penis. Yep, that's Combusken. Combusken vaguely looks like a penis. Blaziken has tufts around its groin. And if you're that, like, one specific person complaining about Pokken tournament, that does mean it's got a cock. There's like a mother doing like a really long winded like review of Pokken tournament, claiming it was very sexually suggestive. Just waiting for it to combust a nut. It's like that one Chinese rip-off bootleg game where Mudkip's called Suckalo. That's the new evolution line. It's Mudkip, Combusken, Blaziken. Nintendo, get on this. What's it called? Reddit, do your thing. Reddit army, Assemble. Anyway. Cahir, no. No. Not me too. I'm being pulled into the penis vortex. Alright. Alright. Why do I sometimes nod like that? What, like... It's nodding, innit? Agreement. It is pretty. It does make my hair swish very nicely. I like it. My hair is very soft. And I will be the first to say how soft my hair is. In the Cahir soft hair convention, I'm first in line. It's funny because, Ginger Cahir. I always thought of him having greasy hair. Not me. My hair, soft. You talk about the model or your actual hair? The model. My actual hair... No, it's soft a lot of the time. I don't know why I thought about that for as long as I did. Although I will say, my actual hair looks less soft than Cahir's hair. Shiny right now? Mayhaps. My actual hair is longer than Cahir's, though. I mean, technically, if you call it enough, at some point you're statistically likely to be correct. Alright. Long hair equals long pretty, indeed. Whenever I, like, think about cutting my hair, that... Sorry, I thought of a new way to explain this. But I'm trying to figure out... You know, like, the meme that's circulating around, that clip from Akira, where, like, one of the psychics from that, like, institute is, like, calling out something like, Akira! And then it goes, dong! And then, like, a funny image is played over. Every time I think about cutting my hair, that happens to me, but it's that, like, picture of a guy being, like, guys with long hair, if you ever think about cutting your hair, don't do it. That is the devil talking. And yeah, it is. Your hair is literally the only thing you spend time for yourself on. Being a trans girl kind of always... That's understandable. I also like having nice hair. I keep on thinking, man, I need to like do more for my hair. And then I forget about it. But honestly, I grew it out exclusively because when I was like 7, I was like, it'd be cool if I had a ponytail. And that thought never really left my head. Like, I have a friend who's like, I don't see why people grow their hair out just to tie it up. And I'm very guilty of that. Although I am trying to start to let it down more now. When you tried growing yours, you always envisioned Ken from Street Fighter, but then it turned into a mullet. Your dreams were shattered. Oh no. Did you look good with the mullet, though? That's the real question. I always remember the story of my uncle, who used to have longer hair, but then he got a botched demi-perm, and is now bald. So, uh-oh. I don't know, I'm pretty sure hair loss is tied to your mother's side of the family? I don't know, like, recently, like, that fact hasn't really been brought up in terms of hair loss, but I feel like that's a fact I heard about when I was younger. But it's just not been discussed recently in terms of hair loss. You'll cry if you hear something bad to hair. It is. My uncle's hair is a tragedy. I do agree with that. I also vividly remember once, I was getting a haircut. I'll fudge 200 plus. Fair enough. I hope you get a great night's sleep, Alex. It was good having you here. But yeah, I always vividly remember once my friend's mother was giving me a haircut because she's like actually a hairdresser, and she told me that her son was definitely going bald because of his hair volume. She could tell. Bye-bye. She told me not to tell him, but I just find that funny. That she confided that in me. I'm not getting over it. Ever. Alright. $205. Honestly, like, my brain was telling me I was incrementing the encounter number, but, like, my hand reached for the reset button, and I confused myself. Anyway, let's do this encounter, then I'm gonna go to the toilet quickly, I think. Alright, okay. I will be right back. Make sure to stay tuned for more shiny hunting. And we're back. Ignore the wrong scene. That didn't happen. That wasn't a thing. There was no wrong scene. I wouldn't do that. Anyway, reset. Ah, shit, I didn't bring the calculator up. Okay, I made my very legitimate counter application. Anyway, combust GG indeed. It's funny, because whenever I, like, get up or look at my cat at the moment, because, you know, she's high on painkillers, she just flops, you know? Like, most of the time she's sitting on my bag, and she just starts, like, kind of rolling. Like, Cahir, give me a pat. Cahir, 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 give me a pat. And it's like, I wasn't gonna, but now I'm kind of obligated to, you know? Like, it's kind of my moral duty to give my cat a little pat on the head, you know? Like, at this point, if I didn't do that, I would be in the wrong. And God forbid that happen, you know how it is. Alright. What was it called? Wait, no, I had a way of phrasing this. I had, like, a bit planned, but I forgot about the bit. But I remembered the bit. But I need to remember how I was gonna talk about it. About space, because I love space. Space is really cool, but I feel like people often forget how, like, vast it is, you know? Like, it's easy to just not comprehend how vast space is, I think. Like, even just our own solar system is giant. And I feel like people don't appreciate that enough. So I did some calculations. Naturally, you should trust me. I have a whole maths AS. Not A-level, just the AS. You had to back check, wrong scene. There wasn't anything, and now you're a little disappointed. Yeah, it was just the single screen scene, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, just how it is. I'm used to clicking onto the single scene. Anyway, yeah. So I did some calculations. If you were to run through the solar system, if you were to run at the average human running speed, which is 13 kilometers an hour, if you were to run through the solar system, to get from Earth to the moon, it would take 3 years. To run from the Earth to the moon, at like the average running speed, it would take you 3 whole years to do that. Which is crazy to me. You could do it. Well, could you do the Mars run? Because if you then wanted to go from there to Mars, it would take you another 479 years. Well, not another. If you wanted to get from Earth to Mars by running, it would take you 479 years. Which is a lot of time. Sounds like a reasonable goal. But maybe. Man, I hate running, that's why. But, like, we can go further, obviously. If you wanted to get all the way out to Neptune, the furthest planet out in the solar system, it would take you 37,800 years. We're measuring in years here, by the way. We've been measuring in years from the start. Like... And then if you wanted to get out of the solar system on foot, running at 13 kilometers an hour the whole way, to get to the very edge of the solar system from Earth, it would take 1.3... No. It would take 1.3 billion years. That's the age of the universe. The universe's age would double in the time it takes you to get out of the solar system. Quicker to take the bus, innit? Yeah, it is quite, honestly. Too big. It is quite. Although I will say, in space, objects do tend to travel faster. Like, Voyager will cut that time down from anywhere between 14,000 to 28,000 years. Because it's a space probe and is traveling, like, hundreds of kilometers a second. Like, space objects, they travel a lot faster than you'd think. No need for all that, really. Is quite honestly. Like, I don't see why popping over to Jupiter shouldn't just be like a quick trip down the corner store, you know? Ocean is large enough. Haven't got to think about space. That's a fair take. Why we got the whole ocean and space on top of that seems a bit extra, you know? But yeah, space is pretty big. I'm going to try and make that into a short. I was going to mention the distances. I guess it's not really relevant, because the distance is how long it would take you to get there by running. Which is a way. It'd take you quite a long time. Take you quite a bit. Space is cool, though. I like space. It's just crazy how big it is. And, like, keep in mind, like, to get there on foot, like, it takes, like, 500 years to get to Mars. You can see that with a telescope. You can see Mars with a telescope. Which, that kind of surprises me as well. Like, something so far away, you can just see with a telescope, which is kind of whack. Shadow Gaming, hello, how goes it? I hope your week's been going well. And that's not even considering all the stars you can just see with your naked eye. Like, from some of those stars, if they wanted to look back at us through, like, a telescope, they'd still see, like, the dinosaurs. Has the save file corruption thing been there the whole time, or has that only just resumed? I feel like that's only just resumed, honestly. Depends on how many obsidian you got. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Didn't consider that. I feel like that went away for a bit, but I'm not sure if I'm just gaslighting myself. Honestly, my biggest worry is that the seed is generated already, and you have to go further into the game to get a new seed. Because that'll hurt. Alright. You still haven't seen it. The corrupted save data thing? Oh god, was it all a dream? Right there. The save file will be erased due to corruption or damage. That must be a painful message to get when you're not doing this. Like, I can imagine that would hurt to just see out of the blue, you know? Like, obviously I'm not going to be using this save file for anything. So it's fine. But... imagine all your shinies were on that cartridge. That would smart. I get it. Sorry, you got temporary vision failure one more time. Understandable. It's gonna have gone now, watch. It's not gonna be here anymore. It will have disappeared like... Sod's Law in it. Oh, there we go. Save file will be erased due to corruption or damage. It's a nice blue screen of pain. Oh, cat's back. Alright. She left the room for a little bit, but now she hath returned. Returned to the room to be small, as she normally is. Oh no, your eyes are being erased due to corruption or damage. Oh no! You need those. Alright. I just realized it's 8 to 10. That's a lot later than I thought it was going to be. Whack. Stream has gone quick. Did not realize. Alright. But yeah. Oh, cat hath come over for Pat. I thought I... Oh! Oh, I just realized something! The counter has leaves with it. And it makes the leaves really big. I think next stream I'll just go on single screen. Because as much as Reshiram going is lovely, this scene was not built to have that. And covers all the text. Yeah, I just noticed that. That is not good, actually. Everyone's chat messages are being erased due to corruption or damage. And that's not good at all. That's been like that for a very long time. All stream. Ever since I added the counter. More or less. Because the counter's the issue, because the counter has more leaves with it. I put more leaves along with the counter, because I wanted the counter to go underneath the very top petal. I remember doing it now. I was like, okay, I want the counter to go underneath the very top petal, because then it blends into the scene more, you know. Because like the flowers on the right are meant to like frame it. I'm definitely a graphic designer and know what I'm doing. You can tell by this amazing scene. I mean, actually, I wouldn't cite it myself, but... Alright. Cool. Not just this. Stream most of the time. Shiny hunts. You think, but you guess YouTube chat's open, so it's been a... Wrong one. No, it doesn't. Ah! Open the settings thing. Yeah, it's fine. YouTube chat's fine. And then on this one, it covers it a bit. But it's mostly out of the way. Except the counter. The counter's very in the way. Wait a second, I can just do this for now. Honestly, if I just do that, it's kind of barely noticeable that there's anything wrong. So I might just keep it like that. You know? Then I can have my cake and eat it too. Genius. I'm so... Oh no, it's got rid of the thing. I'm so smart. Alright. Yeah, now there's just a bit of, like, overlaying with, like, the leaves up in the top. But, like, overall, I don't think that's that bad. I don't think that's noticeable on a first glance. And it's going to be, like, one stream every fortnight that'll have it, so... Because we're continuing with that. Next week, I will do Dunsparce. The week after that, I will do this again. And that'll be the routine. Alright. And obviously this Friday will be the chestnut raids. And additionally, there will not be a stream on... what's it called though? Wednesday. There'll be no stream on Wednesday, because I've got a friend coming over from Australia. Which will be very cool. Have not seen her in 6 years. Oh. Like, so I went... No, wait, no, it's been less time than that. Never mind. I had a bit of an existential crisis there. I'm still having the existential crisis, actually. Because that means that I went to Australia 6 years ago. So I went when I was 16, the year the Switch came out, so that must have been 2017. I got Mario, like, it's funny because I only had Mario Kart and Legend of Zelda for the Switch for the longest of times, but when I went to Australia, I got Mario Odyssey, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Fire Emblem Warriors, and Shantae Half Genie Hero just all over that period. And now it's like, I don't know, like, the 3DS was still a console I spent a lot of time on. At that, like, going into that holiday. But, like, coming out the other side of it, I was suddenly spending a lot less. And that's not even considering, what's it called? The fact that Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee came out at the end of that year. Alright. But yeah, the Switch definitely did a good job snowballing with, like, games to play. And having, like, a really good lineup at launch. Actually, I'm wrong. I think I had Splatoon 2 at that time. Yeah, no, I think I must have had Splatoon 2 at that time. Because I got Splatoon 2... I think that's roughly the same time you got your Switch 2. As in... for the Christmas season, or... Because I got my Switch on my birthday. In June. So... by that point... Mario Kart was out. So I got Mario Kart and Zelda to start off with. I think I started Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on my hammock, actually. I remember doing the Great Plateau. I ended up spoiling myself more for the gameplay of that, because I wasn't sure when I was going to get the Switch when it came out, I think. But I'm trying to avoid spoilers more here. But, I've had a couple, much to my dismay. Got the bundle of Zelda Odyssey and Pro Controller. No, it's around July-ish. She got 100 quid off Which got Employee of the Month. Oh, nice. That's fun. Wouldn't that have been October time? Because I think Odyssey came out October, right? Or am I just incorrect on that? I feel like it was October. So I remember it was like a decent chunk after Breath of the Wild, which a lot of people were like, oh, Switch has no launch games, but kind of meant that it staggered like its big releases, you know? Or maybe it was a fair while ago now. To be fair, it was quite. The Switch is 6 years old now. Which means my Switch is almost 6 years old also. I don't know, at this point I don't see a point in getting an OLED unless I need one. Isn't OLED not better performance-wise anyway? I don't think it is. I think it's just better, like, graphics-wise. A little bit. Because it's got the OLED portable screen. Which means it's better in portable mode, but not TV mode. And I play it in TV mode mostly anyway nowadays. Because of drift! Because of Joy-Con drift! Right, Rob, question. Is there motion controls in Tears of the Kingdom? Same chipset, just better graphics and portable. Yeah, I thought so. Alright, I'm going to take a drink quickly. Gyro for aiming. But that was in, like, Breath of the Wild, right? Which means you can just use your controls. Joy. Yeah, okay. You're reading my vibes, even if I'm not putting them down correctly. Alright. Okay. Yeah, looks like we will be hitting 255 this stream. Yeah, again, it's funny launching off of BDSP hunting into this, because I'm getting encounters so much faster. You sometimes forget gyro's there, to be honest. Same, but the issue is I have a wired controller without gyro, which means whenever it is needed, I have to, like, take my Joy-Cons out. Which is so annoying. Especially because they drift so bad. My Joy-Con drift is abysmal these days. It's nice because I've been doing it with the controller for a while, which is so much nicer to do it with. I think I maybe should boot up Breath of the Wild quickly, actually, at some point. Because I've heard horse data transfers across. And if I can just get one of those horses that you can, like, summon from anywhere... Sorry, I just randomly had that thought. Unless they don't keep it... Yeah, unless they don't keep saddles. I haven't seen anything that requires it solely like the tilt puzzles. I don't think anyone liked those in Breath of the Wild, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like they were only in there for, like, the purpose of showing off motion controls. You know? Like, I feel like they weren't put in there because they thought it was actually good design. They just put it in there because, like, it was a game for the Wii U and Switch. And you have to show off the motion controls, you know? Just abysmal. Not like... Right. Yeah, you get all the horses from the old game, so the Princess Horse and Ganon Horse carry over. Yeah, but what about the saddles? I've seen, like, Ganon Horse carries over, which is nice. Because I didn't beat Breath of the Wild in my latest playthrough, but, what was it called? I did use the Ganon Horse for most of the game. So he's kind of like my buddy at this point, you know? He's kind of like my good old buddy or pal. My good old friend. Alright. An Epona on the Amiibo one, but not sure with saddles. Ah, okay, fair enough. I guess... I might just do it to get it in, like, my current copy, and then just hope it transfers across. Because if I can just get the horse that you can whistle anywhere to, with, like, the DLC saddle, like the Warp one, that just makes things so much easier instantly, you know? Maybe I shouldn't just because of that, but... Although then again, I'm just going to be using the Ganon Horse anyway if I use a horse instead of, like, a car. A horse is better. I think that's actually the question that I have. Like, as much as I did ride the Ganon Horse everywhere in my latest Breath of the Wild playthrough, that was, like, a very self-imposed thing. And, like, I spent most of the that horse spent most of the game at the nearest stable. I went round, like, key location to key location with the horse. And then dumped the horse to go and do the actual stuff around the area. Dude spent, like, 9 hours on, like, under an awning near Zora's Domain. Just in the middle of nowhere. And then went about 5 feet under to, like, Death Mountain. They aren't as fast as you can go with a vehicle. Yeah, but, like, are they... I assume that much, but the issue is like, the battery. Of the vehicle, I'm sure. But are they, like, improved on Breath of the Wild? You can go fucking crazy if you're upgraded. Isn't the battery? I honestly, like, I've not seen much with vehicles that people have made. But what I have seen is the penis plank, where someone just made, like, a plank with a flaming cock and balls that explodes. And everyone's, like, making thumbnails with it at the moment. It seems like a very fun game. You don't play Zelda, but yeah, me too, lol. It's a creation. I saw someone, like, complaining about it, like, I can't believe they let you do stuff like this. It really takes me out of the immersion. And everyone was like, just don't make it, then. Don't make the flaming penis, man. Nothing's forcing you to do it. I just thought of a meme. You know what? You're not seeing the meme until I've made it. So I'm going to post it in the Discord. And then everyone with a Twitter account should like and retweet it. So maybe I get some clout. But maybe I shouldn't make a Tears of the Kingdom meme. Lest I get spoiled. Make it and then mute it instantly. But you can make it sentient if you wanted. Okay, no more, because that sounds exciting, and I'd rather find that out myself. Again, like, I've accepted that this game is getting pretty spoiled by the time I... What's it called? By the time I actually get my hands on it, but... Like, I've seen multiple people mention Prince Dimitri, Fire Emblem, and Princess Zelda in the same sentence, and I'm vaguely concerned about the future of Zelda's eyes. Not even vaguely, I'm straight up concerned about the future of Zelda's eyes. I hope she comes out in one piece. Right. We are almost at 255. Alright. Feeling pretty bad, so you're going to sleep early? Have a nice night. Understandable, Felix. I'll probably be ending soon anyway, but I do hope you have a great night. Get good rest. It was nice having you here. Right. Sorry, I've successfully distracted myself. Not that that's a hard thing. I feel like me and distracting myself is like a consistent thing in shiny hunting streams. Like 2 seconds pass and like I'm immediately just completely entranced with something that isn't the game. My mind instantly like exploded across the walls. Alright. Let's get 255. Alex did say if he one of these two. Well, that's one of them. Here we go! Yaha! Wahoo! Hip! Hip! That was a really bad Mario dying sound, but just imagine it was a really good Mario dying sound. Anyway, let's drum some rolls quickly. Stop the drum rolls. I've been lied to. I've been deceived. Indeed. Indeed, I've been betrayed. Bamboozled. Woe is me. Alright. Trying to figure out where I'm going to go to today, because I do like to end at like a nice number, you know. Codswobbled. Codswobbled! I've been codswobbled! Abysmal, really. Absolutely abysmal. I'm on the wrong tab. I mean, I'm doing this on the DS. Ha 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 ha. Alright. Up, up. Up, 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 up. Alright, I remember what I was gonna say. Shonen protagonists in anime. I like the way we're, like, getting more out of them now, it feels like. Because, like, they felt pretty generic for a while, but we're starting to get some, like, actually, like, properly fan-favorite protags, you know? Like, Denji. Because Denji's a really good protagonist. All things considered. Like, he's a really, like, standout in the shonen protagonists. Because he uses the power of chainsaws to beat his opponents instead of friendship. And that's pretty noble, honestly. That's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, we'll go to 270, I think. We'll go to 270 today. But yeah, yeah. But honestly, my thought was more on Tanjiro. Because Tanjiro is more of like a generic shonen protagonist. But he still manages to stand out in one key way. They just made him so nice that everybody just kind of... Like, there are just multiple points in Demon Slayer when Tanjiro's just so, like, pure and innocent that, like, the extremely violent person interacting with him is just like... You know what? I do trust you, actually. And, like... it's just kind of adorable. I think Tanjiro and Steven Universe would make good friends. Technically, it's a goal of them both to get someone that they are close with returned to sanity. You've never seen Demon Slayer. I heard it's good, though. Demon Slayer is really good. It's all on... Not all on Netflix. The first 3 arcs are on Netflix. The current arc isn't on Netflix yet, but that's because it's Netflix. I'm sure it'll be on in a few months or so. But I'd really recommend Demon Slayer. It's... I wouldn't really say its plot's much to write home about. It's a pretty generic, like, plot. But the animation and character writing are brilliant. I feel like people don't really, like, pay attention to the character writing when reviewing it. People are always like, oh yeah, the plot isn't that good, but the animation's great. But I think people really underestimate the characters of Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer's got some really good characters. And I think that's why people keep on coming back. It's because of A, really good fights, and B, really good characters. Definitely big recommends to Demon Slayer. As a reason that it's one of the best grossing animated films ever. Or the Mugen Train arc. Alright. But yeah, Demon Slayer, good. It's being animated by the same people who are going to animate the Genshin Impact anime. Alright. Do 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 do. Bow bow bow. Bow 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 bow. Brain. Okay. Ah! I did not wobble as much as I... Oh. It may seem weird to say, think you're falling off on Genshin. Understandable. I fell off a few months ago. I don't know, I just, I keep on meaning to get back into it, but I just kind of don't. I'm sure there'll come, like, a day at some point when I'll be like, Genshin? And I'll continue, but... For now, I am out of a Genshin phase. I did a lot better over the past bit on Genshin, though, than I did at the beginning, though. So I think I probably will come back at some point, but... I've not played Star Rail at all, though. Star Rail, I don't know. I just don't feel like playing another Genshin-like game at the moment. Not really fancying my interest. Not really my thing, I don't think. Well, no, it probably would be my thing. I think I'd have fun, but I'm just not interested in it. Okay. That is the 270th encounter. Don't know why I reset there. You haven't been invested for a while. Guess you'll probably keep at it and grab Kazuha, but yeah, you agree. Starro didn't grab you. Yeah, no, that's fair. Who knows? Maybe Fontaine will be what drags us back. Because that'll be a bunch of cool new stuff to explore, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you all for coming. This has been a great stream. Really enjoyed it. This is a really weird concept for me to do, but I've been kind of decided for a while that I wanted to do a bunch of just weird hunts. I knew after Regice was over, this kind of stuff was going to start. There's more weird stuff in the future, but we got to get through this one first, and I feel like it might be another long one. But I'd recommend staying tuned for it, because it'll be fun all the same. But yeah, I hope you all had a great time. I will not be live on Wednesday, unfortunately, so I'll next be live on Friday, where I'll be doing Chestnut Raid. So if you want to get a Chestnut, I'd highly recommend stopping by for that. But yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your days, great rest of your weeks, and I will see you all on Friday. Goodbye and good night.